everybody, it's MC, and if you're looking at this, you probably didn't know that what I'm going to talk about today. I am going to talk about organizers where you can clip your items on. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Clip It Up. I have had my Clip It Ups for, I think, something like 8 years or so, maybe more. You'll notice that mine is green. It is green, and because I painted it, I actually have 2.5 of these, meaning that I have 3 bases, because it comes as a base, and I have 2 tops. I thought I had 3 tops, but apparently I either lost one or I'm diluted. So anyway, now I painted mine. I have a green one, a pink one, and a blue one. And I used spray paint that was, I think it was a Krylon, and it was for plastic. Now, I wanted a green, a pink, and a blue in those particular shades. And there's one of them I could not find, so I had to use regular paint. And all I did is, there's a primer that you can use. It's also a spray. And anyway, I have a video on that, so if you want to look for painting plastic, it's one of my videos, and it will show you how I did this. Now, that one is wonderful. It holds a ton of stuff. I mean, mine is fully packed. It does turn individually. And but it's not adjustable top or down. What you see is what you get. Then, just about 2 weeks ago, I reorganized my craft room a little bit. And in the process of doing that, I decided I needed another Clip It Up to put stuff in my little store. And so I looked for another Clip It Up, and then I decided I wanted something different, and I wanted to try this. It was on sale. And I went to Michael's and I picked this up. And I have to tell you, it sucks. Okay, that's not a really good English word. But other than the fact that it has this little basket at the top, which I think is a super idea, the whole thing is unstable. You can't rotate the rings individually. You have to rotate the whole thing, which I suppose works if you buy the base. I think you've all seen, if you've been to Michael's, there's a wooden organizer that is on a Lazy Susan, and this thing actually fits on top of it. But it was built in such a way that you're supposed to be able to use it individually. You see, it has feet. And I'm like, this is really bad. The slightest little bit of too much on one side, and not only does it start to tip, but as you noticed, in the process of filming this video, those 2 things fell off because this thing started to flop to that side. And the problem is that once you clip something up, if you want to add something to one side, this thing is so unstable that all of a sudden everything goes down the drain. So I am going to buy the bottom, and I will get back to you on whether or not it is much better with the bottom. I didn't want to get a bottom, but I will, because otherwise this thing is completely useless. So the next time it's on sale, I will get one. This thing I'm in love with. I have, as you can tell, it's still naked. I haven't put anything on it because I wanted to show you how great this thing is. It is, one, very stable. Obviously, you can't put as much stuff. It is much, 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 much smaller than this one. I don't know how well you can tell. You're seeing some of my messy craft room right now too. But it is much smaller. I would say that it's about, this one is probably, at the top, it's probably about 4 inches. And the other one is probably 8 or 9. So it is much smaller, but it is extremely adjustable. Each ring does turn individually, as you can see. It is very steady for something that has a small footprint. And best of all, you can adjust the height between the bottom ring and the base, and between the top ring and the bottom one. And how do you do that? You have this butterfly lug nut here, and all you have to do is just loosen it, and then see, this thing will move up and down. And then when you get it to where you want it, you just tighten it up again. So that's really, really cool. And it's the same thing with the bottom one, like I said. Even the idea of having put a lug nut here, a butterfly nut here, is brilliant because it's the easiest thing to turn. So kudos to Tim Holtz, and I think this is Advantis, on a product extremely well thought out. And my only thing that I need to remind you of is always put in, when you've got the post, put your bottom lug nut, your ring, your top lug nut assembly, and then your top ring. Otherwise, you're going to have to take it apart again. But again, wonderful product. Love it. Recommend it. And that's it for today's review. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.